Oh, wait. I just got a message from him, I think. There we go. Oh, he's ready. Okay. Let me call him again. Hold on. He said he's ready. Oh, there we go. Let's see if he answers. Uh-oh. He's prepared! He's prepared! Hallelujah! What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. It's been too long. It's been
a long time.
Too long. It's been too long, man. How's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to give the man props. He was prepared, on point, 10:30, answered, cameras up, and mic is going. Holy shit. Look at dude, everybody in chat is shocked.
New year, new me. What do you expect? That was the old podcast. That was 2017.
There we go. We're stepping it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at this E.T.N. Return of the Guzman. They're happy to see you, man.
I miss those guys.
Yeah, definitely. So how's it been going?
Good, man. I started a new job this year. It's a lot of work, a lot of hours. I'm working 12, 17 hours a day, 6 days a week almost.
What are you doing now?
It's good. It's good. And I try to go to school too at the same time, which is really hard, but I'm making it happen, you know.
That's good, bro. I'm very happy for you. So what are you doing now for work?
I'm actually at this company where we make electrical buses. So electric battery buses. So it's cool. It's our main engineer who designed the battery used to work at Tesla, and so we're like they gave me a lot of stock options. So that's what I'm happy about. So
that's awesome.
I got 2,000 stock options, and so I'm hoping it gets to. We're not public yet, and I hope we do get public by next year, and we could get what Tesla's getting, which is their shares. They're $330 per share, and what we agreed to is that per share, I have 2,000 shares, so I had to buy them. I only pay $3 a share. So
that's good.
So if do the math, 2,000 times 300 minus $2,000 for buying the shares, and so that's what everyone's hoping for. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. A big shout out to Rob Taylor for the donut. Thanks, Rob, man. Good looks, my boy. So all right. So I have not seen the more recent movies that have been out because I just haven't had a chance. But have you seen any of the last three? When I say three, I mean like, did you get to see Uprising, or did you get to see Ready Player One, or did you get to see? Well, it just came out today, but I'm assuming you're gonna go check out A Quiet Place, which was actually one of the movies that I was most looking forward to this year. So I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with this new job, it's kind of hard to find time. And last week I did have time to choose one movie I wanted to see, and it was between Pacific Rim and Ready Player One. And I had to decide, and I went with Ready Player One because of the aspect. It's cool. I like Pacific Rim enough to the first one, but what got me excited about Ready Player One was the seeing Mechagodzilla. So that was the leading factor, because to me, Pacific Rim is just an appetizer for the next Godzilla movie.
True. And
so I want to see this take on Steven Spielberg's take on Mechagodzilla, and I wasn't disappointed. I don't know if you saw it yet.
I did cheat. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I did cheat when I saw the scene with him at the end, and I thought it was really cool. I want to see it in the theater, but
yeah.
Did you like the movie overall?
I did. It was it was good. I liked it. Apparently, from what I saw and read, is that not only was Mechagodzilla in it, but Mothra was in it, Rodan, and Titanosaurus were all in it, which makes me believe that you remember after Godzilla came out in 2014 in Comic-Con, they said that Toho or Legendary was able to get the rights to other monsters besides Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan.
Right, yep.
And it says maybe and others. And so with Legendary and Toho's deal expiring in 2020, what I was thinking is that that after Godzilla vs. King Kong, that's got to be it, because Legendary doesn't seem to be doing that well with their sell to Wanda. And what I'm thinking is that Warner Brothers, who made Ready Player One, just used up whatever licenses they could from Toho before, get their money's worth, because obviously those monsters aren't going to appear in any other movies. So that's what I'm thinking. that they were able to get, the rights to. I mean, because Toho is so close keen to with their the characters and products. They're not going to let anybody use them, and so they had the music playing. They had Mechagodzilla. Apparently, they had 4 more. So I'm thinking that that's just the way to squeeze all they can out of their deal before it expires in 2 years already. So
now, did they show the other monsters, or I mean, is there a
no?
fact
There. It's what was listed as for all the Easter eggs, but I'm telling you, man, there's so much. You have to watch that movie like 5 times on Blu-ray and pause every single scene to see every type of Easter egg or character or pop culture reference there is, because there's so many. It was hard. I stopped paying attention, trying to find who and what and where. There's just too much, and that's what I want to see the movie mostly, is because I want to see how Spielberg would integrate all these licenses and properties all in the movie, and it was actually go towards the story, if it was served a purpose, or it was just like, hey, remember this, remember that. And most of it was, but some of it, they used for the story. But there's just so much. Apparently, at the scene you're talking about where Mechagodzilla shows up, it's the final battle of the movie, and apparently that's where all those other monsters show up. And people said, "Oh, that's not true," but I had confirmation that Zelda, Link, and all these other characters from video game characters were in that final scene, and I didn't see it. So just because I didn't see it the first time seeing it doesn't mean that they weren't there. So I haven't talked to anyone personally who saw any of the other monsters, but apparently that's what, I guess we'll find out if someone watches it like 10 times and really pays attention. But yeah, apparently there's just too much going on, especially in that last scene, the last battle.
All right. E.T.N, thank you for stopping by tonight, man. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the donation, brother. And you have a good night, and we'll talk soon, man. So now, Joey, I have to ask you this. Are you excited for Infinity War?
Fuck yeah, dude.
You are really? What the fuck is going on? Hold on a minute. This is not the Joey I remember. You're supposed
fuck yeah.
Joey, you're supposed to say something like, I'm not really, there's too many characters and it's Marvel.
No, I mean, I've had 10 years. I told people that I talked to them, like, I don't need to watch any trailers. I have 10 years of movies to get me hyped up for this movie. And I just hope, I hope it's good. I'm excited for it.
Wait a minute. Who are you and what the fuck did you do with Joey Guzman? Okay? Invasion of the Body Snatchers is really happening. So, no, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't really have a lot of people, all right, this is some probably, and a hat tip for Joey coming through in the clutch. Prepared Joey confirmed. Yeah, you're getting a lot of props, dude.
That's right.
Thank you for the dono, Amy. I appreciate it. Yeah, Joey, you're scaring me. That's what people. What did you do with the real Joey? Oh my God, this is awesome. Yeah, they miss you, man. Everybody misses you.
I know. It's funny because I know I live not too far away from Burbank, and once Eric Matthews, he said that they're having that test screening for Godzilla, so I created like 4 or 5 different email accounts and tried to sign up because I was about to like leave work and say, I got an emergency, because I'm like, I heard it was going to be Godzilla, whatever 2 or whatever they're going to call that movie, and I did everything I could to try to get a pass, but I couldn't get one because I really wanted to see what was going on. But
so let me ask you, because I know we haven't done a cast together in so long.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you got to see Black Panther, right?
Yeah. I saw it twice. That's the first Marvel movie I've seen twice in the theater.
What the fuck is going on? Guys, just get me real. This is the Mandela effect, okay? Not only did you like the movie, you saw it twice. You saw a Marvel movie twice. Joey, we got to take you to the hospital and get you checked.
That's the first, probably first since Civil War that I saw twice.
Oh my God!
I didn't even see The Last Jedi twice. I saw it once, and it was up for me. But
yeah, I don't think, if I recall, you didn't like The Last Jedi either, did you?
No, it was the death of Star Wars. Yeah, no.
Yeah, everybody's saying that Barry Allen, the Flash, screwed up the timeline. That's so good. Oh my God! Look at that. The people are like, Joey saw a Marvel movie twice.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I thought Black Panther was really good. I did enjoy it. I didn't like all the hoopla surrounding it because so many people were making it political, but the movie in and of itself was really good.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to all
Yeah.
which bothered me is that like, oh, don't you understand? It's like Wonder Woman. The significance. I'm like, no, it's not, because we had our first black superhero in Blade, and even and Hitchcock with Will Smith. Then
Yes, that's
he was
true.
even
That's a good one. That's a good point.
Men in Black is a comic book, and he had 3 movies as Jay. You were about the Falcon, and people, oh well, it's because those movies didn't have primarily a black cast and production and all that. Like, well, that's different from Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman just had a female director and a female star. If you want to compare, a first of like, all this. The first I can think of movie like that was the female Ghostbusters movie, which everybody hated from the get-go. I had no chance, and that was an all-female cast and all that. So I didn't really care for that, but I just went in to see the movie, and I liked it. I was a little confused about how he already had the suit in Civil War, and did he already have the little the flower? Did he drink it already? Did Whitaker give it to him? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand that.
That's a good. Well, this is what I assume, because when you see the Black Panther, you know that his father obviously was the Black Panther before him.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming at some point he had to become the Black Panther because his father got too old.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he was already the Black Panther when.
But only the king is supposed to be the Black Panther. That's why they had the big old ceremony for him, and then
Yeah, that's true too. That's a good point.
It's just Marvel and their inconsistencies, but it's okay. Things that I see. I pay attention to that stuff. It reminded me of the Lion King a lot, so I think that's why I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. Now things are coming back to normal, guys. He's talking about Marvel's inconsistencies. You can't say that, all right? You want to talk about inconsistency? If you look up the word inconsistency in the dictionary, you see the DC logo right next to it. So that's just, So
that's.
It's been far too long.
Yeah.
So, but now speaking of DC, I don't know if I think I told you this, but actually, did you see Justice League? Did you like Justice League?
I liked it. It was a better version of Age of Ultron. Same story, but just better. But it's just like it's just the same thing, and that's why I wish there was secretly a Zack Snyder version, because I preferred the music that he had in Batman vs Superman. I like Batman vs Superman better. I liked it. It was fun, but it was nothing like special, but it was good. It was an improvement on Suicide Squad, even though Suicide Squad.
That's for sure. I personally don't think it was better than Age of Ultron. But I liked it. I mean, I have it, so
The best thing that Marvel did was get rid of Joss Whedon, and then. Because when he was kind of the guy before Feige or whatever kind of took over.
Yep.
That's when I kept on saying, oh, they're a sinking ship. You had Age of Ultron, which wasn't good, and then you had Ant-Man, which I didn't think was good either. Then come in the Russos, and they've completely stepped up the game, and they've been ever since they got rid of Whedon, they've been going good. The only thing that I don't like is that we've had 10 years of build up and hype for this movie coming out, but it's like, I wish that was it. I wish this was like they would take a break and they can start over in a couple of years. Like this, not like it's like there's going to be more Ant-Man after this. It's going to be more this and that. It's like kind of like let's just enjoy this. We've had a long 10 years. It's been awesome, but let's just go out into the night peacefully. Or you do it in part 2. I don't know if it's called part 2 anymore. I wish there was an end game.
How long of a break would you want Marvel to take to satisfy you?
Even like a 5-year or 3 or 4 year, like even like long. No, because look at Godzilla 2. It's a 5-year wait.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have a choice. Gareth Edwards left them high and dry. And we've had content in between Godzilla and Godzilla 2. With Godzilla Monster Planet, Shin Gojira, we had
but that's not related to the MonsterVerse. We had Skull Island, which came out last year, 2 years after that. But then we're gonna have to wait 3 years since Skull Island. Yeah. Even when Skull Island came out on Blu-ray, that's when we started getting the Monster Zero, and we have the timeline. But now it's like it's hopefully it's April, 11 months away now. So it's been a long journey, but hopefully we get something at Comic-Con in a couple months. And then the hype could really start kicking in. I think we will,
Yeah,
but
we
the problem is
yeah.
that legendary, ever since Thomas Tull left, they just haven't made that impact at Comic-Con like they've had in the past. When it's just they've been dying down. They don't really have like, maybe they'll mention something in the Warner Brothers panel, but they've mostly been DC heavy for the past couple of years. But now I don't know what they're gonna do. So
yeah, DC. Well, I mean, we're still getting the Aquaman movie, and we're still getting Wonder Woman 2. So it sounds to me like they're staying the course. And the Flash movie is not going to be called Flashpoint anymore. So that means they're going to change. No, they're not going to be called Flashpoint anymore. So that tells me that they're probably going to change the story at some point. I think.
Who's Batman? I don't even know who Batman is anymore. It's kind of frustrating. Is it Affleck? Is it not? I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be Affleck. Not for the solo series. I don't know if Affleck's supposed to stay on for the next. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. You know, if they would follow Marvel's path, I think they would have been a lot better off. Don't you think?
Maybe, but it's like then they don't want to be just doing the same thing in Marvel. I think they try to they kind of looked over, decided to see what they're doing. They said let's do it our way, but let's try to. They wanted to catch up. That's just being honest.
Wow, Joey, you're admitting that?
But I mean the best cinematic universe, honestly, that's set up, honestly, is the MonsterVerse. I think because
you're not the only one that thinks that. There are a couple people on the nation who said that.
Yeah, I think it's short. It's going to be 3-4 movies, and it takes over a longer period of time, and it's just we have. It was kind of like the first Iron Man. You didn't know that it was going to be part of something better. No one. In their wildest dreams, really thought we're going to see Godzilla vs. King Kong again. So it's like, we're getting another Godzilla movie. Maybe we can get, another one. Maybe it'll be 3. But now, King Kong came in the picture, and they have stuff already. It's just set up perfectly, and there's an end to it. So it's not going to be too long. It's not going to be too short. It's not being rushed. It's just going to be nice and sweet. 4 movies. You could have even a collector's set. That'd be cool. Or you could put 4 Blu-rays and you have Kong, and I don't know. I think it's just set up the best, and they're good quality movies. So
no, I think you make a fair argument because I think one thing anyone who complains about Marvel or DC or whatever, one thing I would say is that. That is a long span of time. Some people do get burnt out. Where at least with the MonsterVerse, you're getting a short and sweet, compact story over the course of a handful of movies, and not over the course of 10 years. So, no, I think you make a fair argument. That's absolutely true. Of course, I'm one of the people, being a huge Marvel fan, that I'm not burnt out. I want more. But you're right. There are people out there who are burnt out with the superhero movies, and I think the advantage with the MonsterVerse is if it ends with Kong and Godzilla, what you got was a 10-year, 4 to 5 movie, MonsterVerse that involves some of the most iconic monsters duking it out. And really, at the end of the day, you can't ask for anything more than that.
No, it's just like I said. It's a process of I'm sure you and I have followed this story since 2008 when it supposed to be called Godzilla 3D, and then that changed to when Legendary Bottom, I think 2010, and now it's supposed to be Godzilla 2012. Then they pushed it back to 14, and then we thought we were going to get 3 Godzilla movies, but then now we have this. It's good, and now I mean. We're getting more Toho Godzilla movies too, and
that's a good thing.
Say what you want about Shin Godzilla. I really, it's in the middle. It's not the best, not the worst, but Godzilla was awesome in it. The story. One of the problems. I'll talk about the anime a little bit because I thought that was kind of boring too. The story wise, it's all right what the Toho is doing, but as far as getting Godzilla right, oh my god, they're fucking killing it with him. Even in you had 2 different Godzillas in the anime movie, and it was kind of hard to watch. But just the way that they're treating him, it's like they know how special he is to society. I guess I don't know how to say it, but they're really treating him. He's really a badass again.
Oh my god! So that movie. Well, I was just saying. I don't know if you were watching the stream before you came on, but me, Xander, and Olivia were talking about Godzilla Monster Planet. Xander hadn't seen it yet, but. one thing me and Livy were talking about was the fact that in this Godzilla Monster Planet, and of course it has its flaws, I liked it because what I said was the fact that in this movie it's a very different take. Like, this is one of the first movies where he's actually more or less destroyed the world and almost made humanity extinct. And that's the big draw to me. And then the ending was phenomenal. It was a very good ending. I'm expecting the second movie to be a lot better.
Yeah, and we also get, even though it looks nothing like it, but we also get another incarnation of Mechagodzilla. I don't know if you've seen the video, but somebody, there's a book out there that explains the entire timeline of Godzilla Monster Planet, where they go year by year of what happened, and it's like a 10-minute video I saw, and the amount of like detail and like care and like just like everything about it was just so awesome that they're putting so much work and care and thought into this anime. You want to notice, you'll get a, you know, like the opening credits, it kind of said this happened this time, but in the book that they had before the movie that someone translated, it's like this happened at this time, and then this and this and this. It's such an interesting story. That's so much backstory to it, and that's what makes it so much more richer and deeper. And so, yeah, I think the second one's going to be a little bit better, because but I mean, the story wise, I like the story. I like the idea. It's just different. It's a different take, and that's what you need. You can't just keep doing the same thing over. You got to do something different. And it's just like I like the Godzilla part of it, but
yeah,
it's some of a lot too much talking in these Toho movies. But
yeah, you know, they're trying. You know, they don't want it to be too cheesy like they did back in the day. But you know, I don't think they should be too serious either. I think they should find a good balance.
Yeah.
And I think they will. You know, it's been a while since they've done it, so they you know, for whatever, you know, regardless of how I feel or you feel, I mean, Shin Gojira was a big success.
Yeah.
So I mean, and Monster
and
Planet,
that's the best thing that whether you liked it or not, you wanted to be successful, so we can get more. And so
yeah, and that's the key, and that's one thing I've always said. Even though I didn't like Shin Gojira, it's not Godzilla wasn't the problem for me. The problem for me was the story I didn't like, and I didn't like the laser show. But the fact that it did as well as it did is a very, very important thing for the series to go forward. So
yeah,
real
the
quick,
brand will go on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll live on, and that's what we want. That's what we want. We don't want it to die out. The best part of when I saw Godzilla 2014 in theater, my favorite part was I happened to turn to this little kid next to me, and it was during Godzilla's when he first did his breath, and you hit this smile light up on his kid's face. I'm like, you know what? Godzilla's gonna continue on long before, like, even when we're gone, he's gonna continue on, and that makes me happy. You know, I hope future generations care as much about Godzilla as we do. So.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, my son's a huge fan already, so you know, and he loves Godzilla. So, well, I'm not too worried about the future. I think the future will be okay.
No, I think it's
as long as as long as it's done periodically. I mean, even like I said, even if the series ends with Kong and Godzilla, I'm pretty sure down the road at some point, America will have another shot to do a new set of Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
And
I think so too.
And hopefully they learn from the Legendary series and keep it, you know, in line with that and not get crazy and try and do their own thing with it. So,
yeah.
Someone's saying, so found a Forbes article arguing that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom will be more important than Solo and Infinity War. Yeah, that's
what does that mean, important?
I guess
I don't like when people say that movies are important. Like this Nick, I like the guy, but he keeps on talking about how important the first Avengers movie is. It's not important.
Which event? The first Avengers?
The first Avengers. He's like, it's the most important film in the past like 15 years. So like, what's important about it? I mean, honestly, that's why, you know, I'm glad Whedon's out of both DC and Marvel, because it's not like he kind of had the pretty easy job. These characters, everything was already set up for him. It's
right.
Kind of. So, I mean, that movie, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while. I liked it. It was awesome the first time to see it, but now that we've been exposed to it so much where it's not like such a rare thing now even Spider-Man's involved, and who knows if Tom Holland's going to be in Venom or not. The shock is gone. So
Yeah, I don't. You know, it's funny. I don't know what Sony's doing with this Venom thing. I mean, they got a great actor playing him, but
yeah,
you know, I keep hearing that same rumor that Tom Holland's going to be in it one minute, and the next minute he's not, and the next minute he is. So I don't know what the deal is. You know, funny thing, because this is another topic we spoke about in the podcast before this one with Olivia and Xander. So, how do you feel about the Solo movie coming out for Star Wars? That sigh.
just everything about it looks good except Solo, and I think they're making like they want to create this. Han Solo is one of my favorite characters growing up. I mean, from past 20 years when I first saw Star Wars in 93, 94 on VHS, and I tried to take on Harrison Ford's personality in that movie a lot, like. That, you know, I love you scene, and he says, I know, I say that all the time. Every time someone says, oh, you're good at that, I'm like, oh, I know, because I get that from him. And it's like, they're trying to create, like, this huge old, make him this Western, like, old cowboy story, but then it's all for nothing because of what happened in The Force Awakens. And same thing, I don't even want to talk about fucking The Last Jedi. It gets me mad. Did I tell you, when I saw that at the ArcLight in Hollywood. It was opening night, and it was towards the end of the movie, I think, when Finn was trying to sacrifice himself and the pointless Asian girl stopped him. Yes. This guy was so mad, he said, fuck this shit. And he threw up his 3D glasses in the popcorn in the middle of the Forest Road and walked out.
Yeah, that does a lot of
It's just like...
That would have been the perfect death scene in that movie.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean... Or the perfect death scene would have been if the girl from Jurassic Park would have stayed and Leia would have sacrificed herself instead of her. That way, you know, we don't have to worry about Carrie Fisher in the next movie.
Right. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? I'm glad you stopped by. Goji Fan 93 is here, and I wanted to say what's up to. I felt bad because I was gonna. Kaijuzilla 621. What's going on, man? Yep, I saw you holler. I wanted to get with you, so. Get back at you, rather. And I did, so. Chris, nice to see you, man.
Okay, so going back to Solo, everything about it looks cool, except the guy playing Solo, Han Solo, I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I said this earlier, I'm not sold yet. And this is a movie that, first of all, financially it's going to make its money because it's a Star Wars movie. So we'll get that out the way.
Yeah.
But the guy playing Solo is either going to do a fantastic job, or if he doesn't, his career is over.
I think, yeah, I don't have faith in him.
Yeah,
it's not enough fair because you had the one trailer, and like even the first teaser, they wouldn't let him talk, and so I don't know what they're trying to hide. I mean, everybody knows the characters. I mean, he's younger, so I mean, it just depends. I mean, as long as what we know from how he met Lando and how he won the Falcon, and as long as they don't like change it or like do something silly, I don't know. I mean, it's Star Wars. I'm still going to see it. I mean, I think mostly because of Donald Glover as Lando, I think he's going to kill that. So
yeah,
and they're probably going to regret not making a Lando movie because Lando hasn't been in. He should have been in The Last Jedi. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not too confident in. I shouldn't say I'm not confident. I'm not sold on Solo yet. I'm gonna stay indifferent until I see it, and then make my decision. Obviously, after I see the movie. But you know, I'm not outside of Rogue One. A lot of these Star Wars movies that Disney's been doing have not been all that.
Not doing it for me. No, they're not.
I loved Rogue One, but. The Force Awakens was okay. The Last Jedi was a hot mess, and I'm not sold. And I'm not sold on Solo right now.
And to be fair, I think that I'm not going to blame everything on Rian Johnson for the Last Jedi because I think that's all he could really do of what he had to work with because of how uncreative Abrams was in The Force Awakens. How he just kept it the same. And it's like he didn't have much to work with. He could have maybe, if things were different, he could have had their characters go in different directions. But I don't know. And then he's going to get his own trilogy, and then Jon Favreau is going to get his TV show, and it's like it's too much. What made Star Wars special? It was just that 3 movies back in the '70s that were lived on until they got a little bit silly with the prequels. But it's just like it was just 3 movies, and they were 3 quality movies.
You know
and
what's funny,
they changed the game. But now it's
I have a feeling a lot of people now have a new appreciation for the trilogy back in the early 2000s.
I do.
You do.
I do. I mostly appreciated more of the political aspect of it because of things that happen. It's just like I understand why there is a rebellion because of a political thing, and so I understand where that. I appreciate what George Lucas was trying to do.
Yep.
Even though it wasn't like he didn't do it in the best way, but it's like when you try to do something different, that's what happens. He took a risk and it didn't work too well, but I mean, Darth Maul there's still some cool, awesome moments in that movie, in those trilogy. It's like, I don't know, just like, I don't know. The best thing that this new trilogy had going were the characters, but now it's like I don't really care for them anymore. I don't care for Rey. She's can do whatever she wants. She's unstoppable. Has no failures whatsoever. Finn, I like John Boyega, but he's just I don't know. I just don't. I'm not inspired. It's like when I left the show for The Last Jedi, I knew that Star Wars wasn't for me anymore. It wasn't meant to be for us. Yeah. It's meant to go on for the next generation of people so they can like it. But
you can do that and not butcher the movie.
Yeah, you can, but they did. Why not both? And that's what the thinking is. So why not both? But I'll see Solo goes to Star Wars. I'll go to Star Wars Land when it opens up. I'm still gonna, but I'm just gonna appreciate the prequels more. I already do, and like worship the original trilogy because it's
the original trilogy was a gem. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been a gem in its own right.
It's a masterpiece, yeah.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. It should have won Oscars.
Yeah. Suicide Squad did, but Star Wars couldn't.
What?
I said Suicide Squad got an Academy Award.
Oh, let's not.
Christopher Nolan does.
It got an Academy Award for an award no one gives a shit about.
Yeah, but Star Wars could have got a makeup award or a special effects award even back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, no. What is his opinion? So Rob Taylor wants to know what your opinion on Stan Lee's take on DC characters. He did Batman, Superman, Flash, etc. On Stan Lee's take on DC characters. Rob?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I'm lost on that one, Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, if Joey knows of them, what is his opinion, Stan Lee's take on... I guess Stan Lee, maybe he recently did an interview where he's talking about DC characters. If that's the case, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen any of this, so I can't really say anything. Yeah. Except I thought in Black Panther, it was a stupid cameo. I mean...
First of all, thank you, Jacob, for the dono. And he says, Suicide Squad is shit, Joey.
Yeah, that's all right. It's fine. I liked it.
Oh, man, that's funny.
I liked it. Also, another comic movie where the lead was, black. Will Smith again. But I'm just saying.
Which comic book movie?
Suicide Squad. Led the main, the lead.
That's true. Yep. Another one that was, and it's also garbage, and it's DC, Catwoman. Halle Berry.
Catwoman, Steel, Meteor
Steel.
Man by Eddie Murphy.
Was it Eddie Murphy or was it Robert Townsend? Wasn't it Robert Townsend?
No, Robert. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. It wasn't Eddie Murphy.
I was about to say Robert Griffin III. Well, never mind.
Something Robert else. Townsend, who hasn't been in Hollywood in a long time.
Probably because of Meteor Man.
Yeah, probably.
Did you know Cameron Diaz retired? I haven't seen her in a long time.
Who?
Cameron Diaz.
I don't know what the hell she's doing.
Someone said that she gave up acting, but I mean I can't remember her since the 90s, so I don't know.
You know what it is? She's in that that stage in her career where she's not young enough to take the young roles, but she's not old enough to do older roles either. So it's like her and
Yeah,
Julia
okay.
Roberts. Her
Yeah.
and Julia Roberts is in the same situation. So that's the kind of thing where you might see her in another 10 years start popping up.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Is anyone excited for Rampage? Are you gonna go?
Oh yeah, I'll see it.
You gonna
Yeah.
go check it out. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think from what you've seen so far?
What I'm seeing for? Turn your brain off and get some popcorn and then have a good time.
No, yeah, no, and I agree. But in terms of what you've seen so far in the trailers, what do you think?
It's hard to say because they've only they haven't really shown that much. So I guess that's kind of cool. I'm glad that they haven't, but I've only seen a couple of the same scenes over just in different parts. So, I mean, I'll see it. I don't really like Dwayne Johnson movies. I don't think they're that good.
Really?
But yeah, I can't think of one. Even though I did like San Andreas because it was. I like natural disaster movies from the 70s when they were a big thing, and so I thought it was a good take of showing. Not like it was a silly story, but just like
I love
the
natural
fear that
disaster
people,
movies.
yeah, the fear that people had, like you could see in even in the characters in the background. You know the what do you call them? The people in the background.
Extras.
I don't know. Extras. You could see like the fear, like it looks like they actually went through something. I wish we could have got more of that in Godzilla and going forward, but I like it's the same director and it's just Dwayne Johnson, so I mean I think it'll be pretty good, but it's hard to sell. You know how video game movies do. Look at Tomb Raider. They need to stop.
I didn't even go watch. I didn't go see Tomb Raider at all. I had no interest.
Yeah, I didn't have interest either.
Have
really.
interest in that movie. But give me a second here, because oh wait, never mind. So all right, so Rob's gonna send us a link. Thank you very much, Chris, for the dono. Can't sign up for Patreon at the moment, but I hope this will help for now. Hey, anything helps. Anything helps. It doesn't matter. Guys, remember, Patreon is not a requirement, so I don't want anyone thinking it is. You know, it's an opportunity to give anyone who wants to support the channel. And if we ever get to the goals that I put up, then you'll see changes. And if we don't, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to be here doing content. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, Rob is going to send us a link. So apparently what Stan Lee did was he redesigned DC characters and let me see here what he said. I'm going to scroll up a little bit.
I kind of Googled it, but I don't have nothing.
He made his own version of those characters. Like, he redesigned them for a short comic run a while back, and he's going to send me the link. So when I get the link, I'll check it out, and I'll send it to you. Yeah, thanks, Chris, man. I appreciate that. Regardless, so don't worry about any of that stuff, man. No, there he goes. He just sent it. Let me see. Blah blah blah. Oh, well, those are pretty interesting. Wait a minute. What the fuck is this? I didn't want to see this. Oh, okay. I see what they did. They put it on one. The Flash, Superman. Let me send you the link, Joey.
Okay.
1 second here. Copy link, and I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Okay.
Here we go.
You gonna watch WrestleMania?
Hell yeah! What match are you looking forward to the most?
I wish I had the DeLorean and I could watch AJ versus Nakamura like 10, 15 years ago. But
yeah,
I'll settle for what it is now.
I still think it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, I think they're both really good. So.
I think that's the match everybody's looking forward to.
Yeah.
What do you think about Ronda Rousey so far?
It's terrible, man.
Yeah, she is, but she's new, so you could expect that. I don't think she's going to be bad in the ring. It's her mic skills that are horrendous.
Yeah, she should stop talking.
She should just get Paul Heyman to talk for her.
Yeah, look like Lesnar does. I mean, Lesnar's leaving anyway, so you already know that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and CM Punk is not coming back because he's got another fight coming up. So, what did I say there? And then who knows of Undertaker? It's like they kind of ruined what they tried to do last year. I don't really want to see Undertaker like how he was last year. He could barely move.
I know. Unless it's going to be one of these things where he's just going to be a WrestleMania gimmick every year. Like they're going to try and start a new streak or something. But I heard a rumor that there may not actually be a wrestling match, that they may start building
Maybe
up.
What?
What happened?
What'd you say? You cut off for a second. What'd you say?
No, that
There might
I
be a
heard a
what?
rumor that there may not actually be a match between him and Cena. That it's going to be the beginning of a promo for next year for them to fight. Like the same thing they did with The Rock and Cena and what was it, WrestleMania 31, 32?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well, either that or a lot of people think that maybe the Undertaker is not going to wrestle, but the American Badass Undertaker is going to come back.
you're
It's
looking
just
forward
awful.
to that? No? I
No.
don't understand. Why don't people not? I like the American Badass. What was so bad about it? A lot of people hated that. Why?
It's like the Undertaker is such a cool gimmick. It's and like I don't know. It's just like it was just bad. That's why it's like one of the worst things that happened to him. Like the worst thing Kane did was take off his mask and start talking. So
I don't know. I like the American Badass Undertaker. I didn't have no issues with that. Back in the day, I thought it was pretty cool. So Cena versus Taker sounds awful. Well, yeah. I mean, you're going to have Cena, who's 40 and limited in the ring now, and I mean, Undertaker's what, pushing 50 at least, right? 60
yeah, he's
maybe?
over. He's got to be older. I don't know. Maybe would have rather see Sting versus Undertaker, but Sting can't wrestle anymore. And
Yeah.
Undertaker could barely move, man. It's sad to see.
It is. It really, but I mean, if you're only going to do one match a year, I mean.
But he only did one match a year last year too, and he was awful.
Did he? That WrestleMania match was his only match last year?
He only does one a year, and it's always WrestleMania.
Huh.
Yeah.
I gotta look. I thought he had other matches before that.
Okay, maybe he had like one. I think he had Hell in a Cell for Survivor Series with Brock Lesnar, and that's it.
Gotta check that out.
But other than that, it's just WrestleMania.
Undertaker reminds me of Hogan versus Flair in TNA. Dude can't even walk. Yeah, he struggled last year. It was very sad to watch last WrestleMania last year when he was. I was like, wow, I think he's done. So
yeah, because I know Roman Reigns was bouncing around the ring like on the ropes, and Undertaker could barely but by the time he turned to the right, he was already on the left, and he was trying to turn back. He was like, oh god, this is sad.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
No, these are awful. These Stan Lee ones are awful, man. I'm sorry.
You think they're awful? I don't know. I didn't really take a look at them, but let me double check. The Flash, I don't like the Flash.
He looks like a silver Mega Man. Catwoman looks like the Enchantress. Aquaman just looks like
oh my god,
a puddle of water.
I'm looking at his interpretation of Justice League, and that looks horrible.
Yeah,
that is bad. I gotta admit. Look at
Robin
Batman.
looks like
Look
the
at
American
Batman.
Ninja. Yeah.
Let me put this in chat in case so guys can see what we're looking at.
Yeah.
It's a long ass link, guys.
Wonder Woman looks like she
long.
belongs in the WWE or something.
Yeah,
these are pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, this link is too long. I can't put it in chat, unfortunately. Let me try doing this instead. I think I have a better way to do this because this link was like over 600 characters long. Oh, it's still pretty long. Let me see if I can fit this one in. Let's see. Oh, barely made it. There you go, guys. If you want to see the Stan Lee's version of some of the main DC characters like Aquaman, Green Lantern, Batman. Batman looks horrendous. He's literally a Batman. Like, that's crazy.
It looks awful.
That's crazy. He's literally a Batman. Who do you think will die in Infinity War? Well, who do you think will die?
It better be Captain America.
You think it'll be Captain America?
By a sniper, too, coming out of Capitol Hill, just like how they had it in
Civil War?
Yeah,
but it turned out that wasn't really Captain America anyway.
Yeah, I know, because they changed the writer. He was just mad because of the war in Iraq, and he wanted to make a little statement, so they had to correct themselves, get rid of him. But I remember when I was actually taking a screenwriting class, and we were talking about that, and I said, that's the stupidest thing I heard. You kill Captain America by a sniper like that?
Yeah, I know.
But I think I already don't know his name. The guy with the
Vision.
Yeah, I mean, because he's got to get the stone from him.
He's still going to survive, though, because in the comics, he doesn't even have the stone.
Oh,
So
I
he'll
don't,
survive, I think.
I don't know. Hopefully Captain America, but a lot of people think Iron Man, but I don't think so.
No, well, I think a lot of people think Captain America because it's already been known that Chris Evans is not playing the character anymore.
And that's
So
yeah,
so they might kill him and pass it along to either Winter Soldier or Falcon.
yeah. I heard it's gonna be Winter Soldier from what he said. The actor who played him, so
Yeah,
we'll
really?
see.
He
Yeah,
said that? Wow, that's a
yeah,
spoiler.
yeah. He said it at a premiere or something. He was like, you know how sometimes the actors will come in and they'll do a Q&A before the movie, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna eventually play Captain America." So
Wow. Well, there
yeah,
you go, guys.
yeah.
Spoilers.
Sorry,
Both
but
actors for Falcon and Winter Soldier suck. Can't carry a franchise on their own.
no, who sucks is Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. No, that's not her name. That's Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry. Fuck, I don't even know her name. The people that think
Black
that
Widow?
Black Widow and Hawkeye who have bow and arrow and a gun. Anyone who has a gun, bring us a gun to this fight. Just go home. Just stop. Just stop. What's that?
You know
What's
what's
that gonna
funny?
do?
I can't really argue that because when you're considering what they're up against, what is
Yeah,
a
it's
9mm Beretta gonna do?
Yeah, maybe if you got a gun from the Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe Star-Lord will get rid of that fucking that Glock. They ain't gonna do shit against these guys.
I
Come
know,
on.
and that's funny. That's really funny. Actually,
Yeah.
you want to know what I think is going to be the biggest surprise in these movies? It's going to be either being this one or the second one. I think we'll see
Logan.
I think we'll see Captain Marvel. Nah, we won't see Logan.
You don't think we're gonna get no X-Men in this?
Maybe the second one if they want to try and pull it off. I don't think it'll be in this one. I think it'll be all right. So we know they got the rights and all that, but it's going to take a while before they can take their characters and start putting them in their movies. I don't think.
I heard a rumor today that they're already talking about bringing back the Fantastic Four. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but I mean that's not going to happen.
Like they're already going to reboot them. I don't know if it's going to happen soon, but maybe. I don't know.
They're going to have to do a lot of work to recover from what the fuck Fox did to the Fantastic Four. That's going to be the biggest challenge for Marvel is to try and make something out of the Fantastic Four.
That's one thing I think I know they did mess up on them, but when you look at some of the best comic book movies there is, you're worried about Venom, but yet Sony, well, that was a long time ago. Sony made two of the best Spider-Man movies in part 1 and 2, and then Fox made Logan, which is one of the fucking best comic book movies ever too. So it's like if they find the right people and they actually do it right, the right people to do it, it can work. I don't know who's directing Venom, but you have a good actor in Tom Hardy. I know we haven't seen Venom, but I mean, we haven't seen him. And the one thing I heard about, I don't know if you heard the rumor about who's going to play, if Carnage is in it, who's going to play him. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson?
Yes, that's what I heard. That fucking Woody Harrelson. He is in the movie, Woody Harrelson, but they're saying that he's going to end up being Carnage. Maybe it'll work. He did a decent job.
I mean, he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong.
He did a decent job as the guy.
Younger,
maybe
because
it's not like Tom Hardy's.
Well, no, I know that. Well, that's the other question too, because Venom is Eddie Brock in the comics. He went to school with Peter.
Yes.
So if they bring Tom Holland's Spider-Man at some point, whether it's the first movie or the movie down the road, into the Venom, or vice versa, how are they going to work that? There's so much.
Well, you could just have to make them older. Did you see Brock in Homecoming? Was there any mention of their type of bullying, or like there was no mention of that?
No, there's only Flash, but not Brock.
Oh, did you happen to see? I'm sorry, but the trailer for the other Spider-Man, the cartoon?
No,
I saw that it was in front of Ready Player One, and so it's with Michael Morales, right? Miles Morales. I forget what his name. Yeah, it's with him, but it's like it looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
So I wish would have got that, honestly, instead of Peter Parker. I wouldn't, but that way you completely turn the page from what the Amazing Spider-Man was, because I thought that was kind of too soon, but
yeah. And I got confused. I mean, Flash went to school with Peter Parker, not Eddie Brock. but still, there wasn't the kind of age gap that they would have
No.
if Tom Holland and Tom Hardy are going to be respectively Venom and Spider-Man. There's a big age gap there, bigger than in the comics. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe they just unless when they get Spider-Man exclusively back to Sony, they do like a timeline thing, and it's like 10, 15 years later, and they choose a different actor.
Oh wait, I think it's going to be in San Francisco. Where's this Venom movie taking place?
I think it is San Francisco.
It's San Francisco. Speaking of that, I was right about Godzilla 2 in Boston. So
were you?
Yeah, you didn't
remember.
see. There was a leaked photo of someone on set, and there was a EMT patch from one of the extras in the set in the city of Boston. So
really,
yeah. So so I was right about that last year. So
I don't remember. I can't agree with you without knowing for sure.
No, because we did a video on that possible, like where we would want a Godzilla movie to take place and all that stuff. So, but I remember.
Let me check with Chad. Chad, do you remember Joey predicting last year that Godzilla was going to take place in Boston?
Yes.
Let's see what they say. Have to give him a second because there's a delay. So. Joey's right. Oh, look at that. Oh, somebody said no.
Yeah, probably somebody I don't know. He wasn't here last year. It doesn't count.
He wasn't here last year. Oh, look at even Amanda said she remembered. She's been giving you props all night tonight. I haven't told you because, I don't think she wants you to know. But so the photo he is talking about. Wait a minute, Boston isn't in the Wild West. Yeah, we're not talking about. We're talking about
the Wild West.
We're not talking about Joey's Wild West Godzilla. He's talking about the Legendary. That's funny. Yeah, the guy that you said wasn't here last year. He said, I've been here since 2014.
He probably didn't see that podcast. So.
He said you didn't see the podcast.
Yeah, he probably took a day off on vacation or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you have it on your Twitch channel. So
yeah, no, most people are saying they remember, and then the other people are saying they remember you talking about Godzilla going west.
Yeah. Or Godzilla versus Camelot,
Godzilla versus Camelot. That was something. Oh, man.
Tell me that Western movie could work. It would be something different. Different take.
Oh, my God. I don't think I've ever streamed this long. I've been at it since 8 o'clock. That's a long-ass stream. We're coming down.
Your time?
Yeah. 8 o'clock my time, and now it's closing in on 11:30. So... Yeah, yep. Joey, so what do you have? Do you get days off from your job?
Sundays.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So I mean, just the past couple of weeks, the first quarter just ended, and we had to make 14 buses by then. When I got there at the beginning of March, they had only made 6, so we had to make 9 up in 3 weeks or whatever. Because they had a really slow start. This company just opened up last April that I work for. And so they're still trying to figure out a good process to learn how to do it right. And so we pretty much before last week, I worked 13 out of 14 days, 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours, 11, 12, 12, 8 on Saturday, 8 on Sunday. That Monday I worked 18, Tuesday I worked 18, then Wednesday 11 or 12, then Thursday 11 from 6 a.m. to 5:45. Then I went home and went to school for 3 hours. Then Friday I worked another 18 hours. It's just, and so since we now we're just a little bit behind for the first quarter. They don't want us to do that again, so we're working 12 hours again, at least for the next couple of weeks. And then the plant manager doesn't want us to work Saturdays, but I mean we have to keep up with the schedule until we catch up. It's just the way it is, but...
No, I hear you. So, yeah, keep me posted on your schedules to see if we can... Because I'm going to be, now that the Patreon's live and all that, so I'm going to be streaming I'm going to be doing Fridays on a regular basis again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be doing Wednesdays and Thursdays, though those streams are going to be more game focused. So those will be my 2 game streams of the week. And then I'm going to be doing short exclusive Facebook live streams for the Patreon group.
Okay.
So that'll be only for Patreon members. That won't be for the channel. And yeah, man, you gotta come back on soon. Everybody missed you. Everybody had such a good time.
Yeah.
You know. And
what do you want to see out of? Apparently, I don't know. I haven't read too much into it, but after 2020, they're gonna make Toei's gonna make a Godzilla movie every year, and they're talking about solo movies for Mothra and stuff. What do you want? What do you expect from Toho?
You know what I want? I want a good old classic Godzilla versus movie. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want an epic showdown between Godzilla and Ghidorah, Toho style. Like I'm looking forward to obviously Legendaries, but I want to see a really good Ghidorah versus Godzilla movie, because I always feel that even though Ghidorah comes off as a badass, that Godzilla always whips his ass. I just feel like Godzilla always somehow whips his ass. I want to see a rock'em sock'em 2-hour Godzilla Ghidorah going at it, destroying cities. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Would you want it to be the Shin Godzilla design, or do you expect Toho to have another design?
I think they might do another design, or they'll take Shin Gojira and have him evolve into something. Because I can't see Shin Gojira fighting. He's so
slow.
He's really slow. Godzilla's always been slow, but Shin
slow, not very animated. He doesn't.
Not very. He doesn't move around a whole lot.
Stiff arms. Yeah.
Very small arms. Yeah, I don't
see him.
Yeah,
he's awesome. He's a badass, but I don't see him. No personality to him, really.
Give Kiryu a remake in his own movie. Godzilla vs. Gamera. I want to see Godzilla X with Will Smith, Wild Wild West. Joey's Godzilla Western may become real with Cloverfield. Yeah, the next Cloverfield movie is supposed to take place in the past.
Yeah, in World War II.
Yeah, World War II.
And then the last one, I think Emily Blunt's in it. Not Emily Blunt, but I think that somebody already figured out what's the fourth. Is the third or fourth? Yeah, the fourth one. It's already filming already. I forget who's in it. It might be Emily Blunt. Somebody was able to crack the code behind Bad Robot. But did you like Paradox?
I as a movie in itself, separated from this universe, I liked it because of the cheese factor. I kind of like cheesy sci-fi movies. But in terms of the whole Cloverfield universe, I think I'm done.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not interested anymore. It's number one, it took too long, and the payoff hasn't been good. Don't get me wrong, 10 Cloverfield Lane was fantastic.
Oh yeah,
but it had nothing to do with the monster or the
lore just of the because monster. They're picking these movies and they're hijacking them and saying you're part of Cloverfield now. Yeah, and so we had to figure out some way to incorporate it.
And now their biggest cop out is the fact that because of the third movie, now this is all happening because of interdimensional
different dimensions.
Which means now you can just make it whatever the fuck you want. So to me, that's it. I'm done. There's no that to me, that's just a cop out. They could have been more creative than that. They had good lore to start with this monster, and they just kind of shot on it. So.
And they did in this one, Paradox. They had a lot of what's the term I want to say? Where they had to they kind of had to explain it to you. They had that one news report about the guy who wrote the book, and he was saying, "Oh, if we do this, this is what could happen." Yeah, basically
gave you the whole story away.
Yeah, but other Cloverfield movies, they don't. Everything is secret. They won't tell you. Shit just happens. But it's okay, guys. If this happens, this is why that happened here, and this would happen there. We could unleash a monster, or we can unleash, this and that. It's takes the minute away.
So apparently, from what Steve Miller said here, in a QA, someone asked J.J. Abrams. In the Q&A, someone asked J.J. Abrams other ideas he had for Cloverfield, and his answer was that he would like to explore a Western idea after the World War II one. So, and speaking of which, real quick, guys, Steve Miller, who has also been part of the channel and the nation for a long time, he's got his own blog. You guys might want to go check that out. It's a really good blog. Steve, why don't you leave a link in chat so people can check out your blog? He writes some pretty good articles there, and he gets some pretty decent info. Like that right there, I didn't even know about that. So you guys might want to check out Steve's blog. It's really good. So, yeah, Western Cloverfield, that would be interesting. That would be very close to what your idea was last year.
Yeah, mine would have been better.
You think yours would be better? Well, it has Godzilla, so of course.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, but well, Joey, I'm gonna wrap this up because we're gonna be closing down soon. But
yeah, it's late. Yeah,
it's been great having you back on, man. We need
it was fun. We gotta do it again. Yeah,
do it again very soon. Let's not wait. Maybe we can, hopefully, if you go check out any of the more recent movies, I want to go see A Quiet Place. It looks really good.
Yeah, I want to see that too. I heard good
So
things.
maybe,
I like horror movies.
Maybe we can get together soon and talk about that. But outside of that, man, thanks for coming on tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad
anytime,
you
bro.
come back.
Guys, say bye to Joey. Everybody's like, yeah. They're very happy to see you, man.
Cool.
All right, bro. You have a good night.
All right, man. You too, man. Thanks.
Take it easy.
All right.